Hello, my name is Sekit. We are playing Road of the Worrier 4, which I've decided to call Dingbats and Dragons. We've got the beginnings of probably one of the strangest looking colonies I've seen so far. And also our horrible platform. First thing I want to do today is mess around with the settings in the cowhand's hut. I don't want to do milk. Now, I think that just saves it. There's no, you don't hit enter or anything, you just put a 0 in there. Or more. We will still need to give her a bucket to keep her quiet. But we don't need her filling up the warehouse with buckets of milk, because that's what they'll do. Now that we have Now that we have a courier in a warehouse, we don't have to give her the bucket. We can just throw it in here. She needs some wheat too. We'll throw that in here. And Tony, our courier, when he feels like working again, which he does not because it is raining, he'll take it over there. But you'll notice it's no longer an open request. It just has to be in the system and accessible to be delivered. One thing that does mean is if you get a lot of things going at once, you may find some things not happening. And you might have to go to an individual workstation to see what they want and give it to them yourself to move things along. Well, just because the system can make 3,000 stone bricks or whatever doesn't mean you're always gonna want to wait around for the system to make 3,000 bricks or whatever. So I'm gonna keep working here. We're gonna build this up and out some more. We're building the 3rd residence right now. We got the 4th one in the queue. They're pretty big. That's another thing that's different about this style, is it is definitely larger than some of the other ones I've seen. Hobbits, I thought it would be small, but maybe it makes us look small? I don't know. Are we small? Oh-ho. Those are some boots. We've seen those before. I think it's apotheosis that puts them in there like that. But we can get ourselves a bunch of emeralds and run and get some diamond boots. I hear him dying. Ah. He cooked himself to death. Now the next few buildings on the menu are gonna be, we're gonna want to think a little bit carefully about. I do want to make a tavern so we can get some more citizens. Also, I think it will make the ones we have happy. So let's go ahead. I guess it was a barrel. There we go. Tavern will give you 3 citizens, 3 new colonists, all at once. When you go over 4, you'll start getting barbarian raids, but they're set to be pretty easy and relatively infrequent in this. Well, we'll see how the balance feels. We are also going to want a forester's hut. Okay, so a wooden axe will get us 1. I found that 1 is plenty. You get a lot. We're gonna want a guard tower so that they'll stop complaining about, okay, so we'll need a bow. Have any string? We do not. She's trapped. What we do have is a little bit of flax and a little bit of cotton. And this is the farm up here. There's gonna be a farm up here permanently. But the flax and the cotton are not permanently gonna be here, and this is not the block palette we're gonna use. We're gonna develop as the colony develops here, or we're gonna try. This place is gonna be huge. This is a forester's hut. Look at that. Alright. Oh my gosh. As we learned, these guys will kill our colonists. They can't just be chill. It looked like, okay, 10 raiders, so that'll give us another point to spend. Let's see. Enchanted key. The enchanted keys will teleport us back to our death location. That sounds good. Okay, the tavern is also, like, comically big. What am I looking at here even? Okay, let's see. We gotta move it back this way. Maybe one more. Okay. Alright, let's, it's big. Now sometimes, if you have not completely cleared out the area, the hut block will be placed underground. The way you find it is you look for the dirt, or the stone, or whatever it is that's up above. Because it's going to replace the block. It's not going to destroy it, and the block will pop out. Alright. Oh, we got a present from Corral. It's probably, oh, frostbite. Okay. That's cool. As we're accumulating homes for these guys, you do want to give them an opportunity to go to sleep. They do get upset if they don't get much sleep. Elise here is having a problem finding the entrance to her house. But there she goes. Now, eventually, when we have housing for everyone, which we almost do, we'll get a message in the chat saying all your colonists are in bed. This is a big part of why we have the megatorch and why we're going to need some more. 'Cause these guys like to stay up late. Now, we have growth 1 on our axe. And it doesn't look like the flax from supplementaries is all in on the right click to harvest yet. But the cotton sure is. The growth enchantment for cost and durability will add growth ticks. Oh, right click worked that time. Well, I'm not going to complain about it. Now the cotton we can use to get white wool, which is nice. The flax we can use to get string. That'll give us our bow, and we can make the guard tower. Now, each structure built will expand the size of your colony. You'll get like a chunk around it, but you'll notice yourself running out of room. One thing you can do about that is put guard towers down, because when fully upgraded, I think they give you a lot of chunks. It may change in Mine Colony's version to Mine Colony's version, and it may change between palette and palette. Other things certainly do. But we're going to put one guard tower. Let's see. Oh, they're nice and small. Wonderful. Okay, we're going to put one right over here. Oh, that's great. I was worried these would also be huge. Right, because what they'll start to complain, and some of the colonists already are, there's not a guard tower close enough to their house or their workplace. We can slide these in almost anywhere. Not all the mine colonies' buildings are immediately accessible. These are all the ones that you have to research at a different building called the University to build. The university is in here somewhere. Um, that's the library. Which one is it? Let's see. Schools and dyers' huts and alchemist towers, crusher, stone smeltery, sawmill, library, composter, smeltery, barracks, stone. That's here somewhere. Alright, I finally found it. You need one of these. Now I've lost it because everything looks different. Is this it? That's it. You need one of these to advance in the mod, and we're going to need a colonist working there. Looks like it's going to have a great big tree. For it. Now the forester's done. She's over there working on what's going to be the tavern. We want to get our farm on. So we're going to build a market from farming for blockheads. I'll put over here where the villagers are going to be. Now if you put these guys under something, they dig up from the ground, which is pretty funny. But we can get all of the simple farming. Well, we can get all of the saplings. I'll have to figure out how to add the seeds. But there is rice. That's good. I haven't seen any rice. Now, the functional storage drawer that we made for dirt last time is full. So we are going to need one more chest. And with that chest, we are going to make our first of many functional storage upgrades. Now this by itself will increase regular storage blocks like this capacity by 8 times. Another one would increase it 8 times by 8 times, and I'll show you what that means when it comes time for us to make another one. Now, while our colonists are building hills where we dug away hills, we're gonna get into thermal. What I would like to do is I would like to make a Stirling dynamo. Is that really stone? Yeah. Things have changed. Things have changed. So let's see. Stirling dynamo is something we can use to convert burnables like coal and charcoal and blaze rods and solid fuel into more into power, not into more fuel. That comes later. So we're gonna need one of these redstone flux coils. We'll see these a lot. And then the gear and a little bit of stone and some redstone, and there we have it. We are also probably gonna want the rest of these iron nuggets on us. We're gonna make another gear. Iron supports. Cool. Because we want to make a crescent hammer, and I think the recipe for that is this now? Yeah, very nice. We're also going to need a redstone block, and we're going to start taking a look. Did I not put the pipes mod in? Looks like I forgot the pipes mod. We have cyclic cables. I definitely want the pipes mod. Alright, we got pipes. We're gonna need some iron. What we want are these energy pipes. Okay, 2 blocks of redstone, but you get a good amount. That's good. Okay. I would also like to make a battery from cyclic. What would we need? Just a little copper. We'd need 4 of these heavy-weighted pressure plates. Let's get a copper out for the nuggets. And then what was that in the middle? Was that clay? No, that was a redstone block. Alright. Battery will hold up to 6 million forge energy. That's, that's pretty good. Hello. Where are we gonna put all this stuff? Maybe we'll run it along this wall for now. None of this is permanent, folks. None of it. I'm here to tell you. what we're going to do is we're going to put our Stirling dynamo down, and then we're going to right-click with the crescent hammer until the red pointy part is pointing at the battery. We're going to have the battery export power. Well, I don't know if it's to the east. Which way? Okay, we're going to have it export power to the west. And we're going to run some of these energy pipes along. Now, unfortunately, it is not enough to just run the energy pipes along. With the pipes mod, and I say unfortunately, but this gets like... Excuse me. I love that song, but now is not the time. This whole mechanic, there's a whole logistics system that goes along with it that makes always setting it to export very much worth it. All we have to do to start building up some energy is we'll take a little bit of our coal and we'll throw it right into the Stirling dynamo. This will produce 40 RF, which is analogous to 40 FE per tick. This will fill up, and it's happy days. Now the first thing we're gonna make is a pulverizer. And we're gonna need a tin gear. With a tin gear, we can then make a machine frame with a little bit of iron and a little bit of glass. We'll be making a lot of machine frames. We will need a little bit of gold for the redstone flux coil. We'll need 8 copper for the gears, a piston, and 2 flint. There we have it. The pulverizer, it will shock you to know, smashes things. It's going to take some power. You don't have to do anything special to the pipes to get them to connect and deliver. Although there is a mechanic that can, you go in here. Like all these that are transferring have a GUI. And you can like set destinations and all kinds of things. That's more useful with with liquid and fluid than it is with energy, unless you're using universal pipes, which can transmit all 3. We'll take a look at those later in the pack. The pulverizer, we want to set this thing up for the time being so that it will accept items from the top and eject them off to the side. Accept is blue, eject is orange. This is the front of the machine. You don't have to know which way is east. Now with that kind of ejection setup, we could just put something in a barrel if we wanted to grind it up. Let's say we had something we wanted to grind up. Let's say it was cobblestone. Actually, let's do it with all of these ores too. Well, not the sulfur, that's not really an ore. But anything we can grind up. We'll get a little bit extra running through the pulverizer. We shall see what it does for us. But for a price of a little bit of forge energy, less than this thing is producing. This thing runs at a 20 RF a tick. This thing, as long as it's got fuel, will run at 40. So it's going to grind up, and we're going to get, we've gotten so far 2 nickel dust, which we could then use to smelt into nickel. I'm going to see through the night. Now, as it is, it's pretty slow. We got a little bit of lead from that silver. That's cool. That's cool. That's the, what is it? The Almost Unified mod doing that, I think. Like any kind of silver that you put in here, it will act like thermal silver. Although thermal silver ore does not generate in the world. It's all the ice and fire. So it's all up near the top, basically. Like there's a little bit of deep slate silver ore, I think, but that's kind of why I chose. That's the thermal. That doesn't generate at all. Where's the ice and fire silver? I don't see it. But that's the silver in the world, I promise. One of the seeds from simple farming is a canaf seed. It'll grow canaf fiber, and among other things, you can use it to make these trellises. Now, if you planted the grape seeds, you'll notice this is what happens. There's no grapes. What you need to do is put these trellises on it, and we're going to do some experimenting with them. It used to be that you just put fences on them, but you'll see leaves grow over them, and eventually there will be grapes hanging down. I don't know how far they can go. It seems like we could send them up also, but we'll be experimenting with that. Now this dust is from the ore we ground up. The gravel, the sand, and the flint is from the cobblestone that we're grinding up now. We're going to grind up some more gravel. That'll give us more sand. And that's how we're going to feed our colonists glass for the time being. Now, one of the things we have in the pack is the Spice of Life Carrot Edition. I have set it so, okay, so there's 650 foods. You need to do about 300. The 0.5 is the minimum value in this. Let's increase that. Okay, bumping it up to a 1.5 minimum value takes 202 out of the equation. There's 350 food that you need to eat to get 25 hearts out of it. I may increase to 30, but we shall see. Now, where you would actually find that config is in the configs in your save, but if you want it to apply to other worlds or use it in a mod pack, you want to copy that whole file and put it in the instance directory's config folder. And that's true of any configuration that's in your save. This tavern's looking like it's going to be pretty big. She's getting closer to done here. She's putting in the blocks affected by gravity. We might see some torches. Pretty soon, pretty soon. It's pretty dark in here. There's an upstairs, but I'm not sure how you get there. There's 3 bedrooms right now. Like I saw. Oh, the doors are going in. Okay. Now, when she's done, we're going to get some more citizens very, very quickly. And once we get citizen number 5, we're going to start running risk of barbarian raids. Now, we have the barbarians set, so they're not going to be, like, super difficult. We'll still see them. They shouldn't be, like, just an annoyance. Like, they become, like, it's over and over again, like, every 5 minutes. It's like, oh, raiders. Good. Yeah, it's not going to be like that. It looks like this thing has a restaurant attached to it, much like the other place. The warehouse had a courier attached to it, so we'll have to build this, too. The torches. We should get our fireworks any second. Nice. And it is now. Oh, okay, here we go. Yeah, we got a nice little storeroom up here. Now we'll also get visitors that we can hire. But I think the first 3 we get will just join the town. Aha! We got a new baby. They'll move into the bar. Like, it's not the visitors who move in. The 3 extra beds give the colonists room to have 3 little babies. And then they immediately send their babies to work at the tavern. Because it's that kind of town, folks. And I think we're going to call it here. We're starting to run a little long, so thanks so much for watching. We'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.